everyone. Today is Wednesday and we're coming up on Christmas pretty quickly here. So this is going to be the second part of our brisket video. It's a little nippy out here this morning. You can probably see my breath. Anyway, I've got the Fogo chunks in the green egg. I'm putting in my old standby, a bag of Jack Daniel's whiskey barrel chips. We've got our igniter ready to go. I'm going to put that down in there and give that a few minutes to ignite. Okay, I got the water. We're not going to do anything fancy with the drip pan. Very soon it's going to be picking up all the drip juices from the brisket, but we always want to keep some liquid in there. This also tells you that I did a fairly decent job leveling up this table. Okay, so that's it. We're going to close this up. I've got it at 250 degrees and we're going to be smoking this pretty much all day, maybe even into the evening. So we're going to mop it about every 30 minutes, and in a few minutes we will go in and make our mop mixture. Okay, we've got the brisket in the big green egg, and I'm going to make a quick mop mixture because in about 30 minutes we're going to mop it for the first time, and then we're going to try to mop it about every 30 minutes throughout the day. So I'm going to put about a half a cup, maybe 3/4 of a cup of my favorite barbecue sauce. You can use whatever barbecue sauce you like. Sometimes I use beer, but I always use Dr. Pepper in the mix. Two cans. So we got a little bit of the barbecue sauce, and we got, so it's about 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. And I have my whip sitting there, but I'm so ready to mop. I use my mop to start it. That's okay. It's all good. And there we go. Great mop mixture. And that's one of the important tips to making sure we get a good brisket, is we're going to regularly mop it throughout the day. So about 30 minutes. We'll see you out at the big green egg. Okay, we're at the traditional stall temperature, as some folks like to say. This is where at this point I take the brisket and I'm gonna lather it up a little bit, wrap it in foil. basically we'll let that finish right there until we get up to our finished temperature when we remove it. We're looking for a finished temperature, final temp on our Flame Boss of 210, and that's when we're going to pull it out and put it in a cooler to rest. Okay, we've had this smoking all day and we're at about 200 degrees right now. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pull it out of the Big Green Egg and put it in our cooler wrapped with towels. So let's we went ahead and also made some butternut squash, which we've had in one of our previous videos. We're going to add a little brown sugar to that once we get this brisket out of here. So we'll take out our probe, we'll disconnect our Flame Boss, and we'll take this brisket just as it is, put it into our cooler. I definitely have to be careful which towels I use in this cooler. Inside joke, folks. And we're gonna let that rest for at least an hour. Move this butternut squash over to the middle, and just so we don't have too much of that drip pan drying out, just add a little extra water in there so we don't get too dry. And we'll let that go while we let our brisket rest. So we decided we're gonna have some homemade potato slices with some seasonings that Kim likes to make, and that with the butternut squash. So a little later we should have a nice little brisket dinner. Okay, it's a wonderful Wednesday here at the Kim and Mike's Smoke Shack kitchen, and our brisket has been resting nicely in the cooler for a little over an hour. A little quicker than we normally do it. We'll make an exception on this wonderful Wednesday weeknight. So here you can see we got some lovely bark on this. It literally is melt in your mouth. I'm getting goofy now. Let me pull this out. Try to do this somewhat properly. And it's almost trying to fall apart in my very hands. Seriously hot. We're gonna turn it this way so we can cut against the grain. I know this isn't exactly the right knife to be using for this, but my slicing knife, my Fam Cute slicing knife, has not arrived yet. So we're going to go ahead and use this knife. And here you can see what we have. I didn't go to the trouble of peeling that fat off just yet, off the bottom. We're gonna slice off enough for dinner just now. And that looks pretty amazing. I think we might have a success here. So in addition to our brisket, we made some oven baked home style potato chunks with some red onions and a bunch of seasoning, and my wife cut up some fresh butternut squash. We did that in the smoker with a little bit of butter and brown sugar. So I'm really looking forward to tasting this. I'm going to take one little bite of the brisket. How many times I've done that? I guess I should take it from here. I think you would all give me an A, maybe even an A+. So I think we've got another successful brisket, so let's eat.